Welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Dinosaur world, where today we'll be starting with a poll. As you can see, I ended the last episode with a bit of a question for you guys of who is going to live in this enclosure, and you have voted, and you want Citipati. So, as these guys start incubating into wonderful little eggs, let's go around to a little update of the world. First of all, I just wanted to show the our DNA sand farm is working. Look at this. Look at all this. This is fantastic. I haven't touched this. So, sure, there's a little bit of junk to filter up. That's fine. We've already got DNA for a whole range of new animals. Even a Citipati. That's perfect. Now, while these guys incubate, let's get their enclosure ready. We have a few modifications to make now that we know who's going to live there. So, let's crack into it, shall we? So, the plan here is basically to construct a nest site down the end near the lab. A lot of what people know as Oviraptor, right, the egg-thieving dinosaur, is actually, nowadays, credited to Citipati. And we think of Oviraptor as an egg thief, so the name comes from, but it's not true. They didn't actually steal eggs. They were nesting on their own eggs, and a really good evidence of, actually the best evidence of the fact that dinosaurs are really good parents. So, I think it's very fitting that we have our Citipati here with some little egg nests and rings and mounds, have it down near the lab where the eggs are actually coming from, and it can almost be like these guys are showcasing the egg to dinosaur transition in the enclosure, which is quite nice. So let's cut down this bit of forest. We're going to make it a bit of a drier setup in here. We're probably going to cut down a couple more of these trees here as well. Alrighty, so now our enclosure is ready for Citipati. Well, almost. And I'll explain in a second. The main thing I wanted to go for is a bit of a dry land vibe for these guys. So a hot and arid environment where they could be making these mud nests out of, well, mud. Which means that it needs to be dry, arid, but still capable of producing soil that you can make nests out of, right? Just quickly, there is one final thing I think I want to add to this, which is some paleoraph trees. These are prehistoric palms that the Fossils and Archaeology mod comes with, but it's something new that we haven't done here in the world. So I wanted to show what we got to do for that. So what we need to do, we've had a failure in here. One of our little eggs has not become an egg. It has become, well, that's good. We have some success. Basically, there's a chance that the culture fails and can create what's known as a Failiosaurus, a genetic problem. But it looks like it didn't spawn. Well, that is 3 Citipati still ready to go. 1, 2, oh, they don't stack. And what we need to do to get these paleoraph saplings, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Let's come up here into our analyzer. We need to pop in our plant fossils. And when these get analyzed, there's a chance that they produce paleoraph. Let me get it up. They're going to produce petrified paleoraph saplings. And from that, we can culture these in culture vats to make normal paleoraph saplings, restore the life back into them, and then we can plant them and get these really cool old trees. And then you can see there's a bunch of other saplings you can get from doing this process, which we will probably accumulate over time. So that we can see there's one for chordates, which is going to become this tree here. It's going to let us really make our enclosures prehistoric. All right, and just like that, we have our paleoraph sapling out of our culture vat, and we also have another Citipati egg I prepared earlier. All right, so now we've got our paleoraph saplings. I've farmed a few up, and it's just time to grow them. The one downside I'm finding is that they're an enormous tree. Oh, well, we actually managed to get a small one after I say that. In the one spot, I was happy to have a tall one. Bit of a pain. Let's come and see what they're going to be like over here. I want short guys like that, but over here. All right, I'm going to grow a few of these and make this arrangement work. All right, that took maybe 100 trees, but we have the tree heights now that we were happy with. Oh no. The one problem we run into is that the leaves more than 4 blocks away from the trunk despawn, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5th block. So I have to manually go back and replace all the curly ends on the palms, and I've missed one there that's now annoying me. But we've got a couple of taller palms here on the wetter side with access to water, and then on the dry side down here we've got shorter palms that are still providing some sort of dappled shade to the nests, which I think I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy with this enclosure, to be honest. I'm glad we went with the Citipati. And let's pop them in. We've got our 4 Citipati here now. Let's get the eggs in the ground. Now, I am really, really tempted to put each of the eggs in the nests, but there's a bit of a problem in this pack of mods I've put together where creatures are dying really, really easily when they clip through blocks. And just being funky. We go into spectator mode. We fly down here. Our Sarcosuchus is doing well, but I've already had to fish him out of the wall twice. For some reason, Dilophosaurus don't have any trouble. But our Triceratops, I've already had to save this guy once. That's why he's in the pond, because he ended up out there in the garden. The other 2 are in here. They're just buried. After a login, here they are, or 2. They just seem to sink down through solid blocks. And I don't understand why. So if anybody knows why, please let me know in the comments. Because this is a problem that is going to put a grinding halt to the park if all of our animals just clip through the ground and either die or escape or can't be seen. All right, you little stinkers, how about we pop you in a line here? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. 4 little Citipati eggs, a gorgeous color, almost like a cassowary. Sorry, emu. Is it cassowary eggs or emu eggs? I believe it's emu eggs that have the wonderful green color. You know what? I'm curious now. Oh boy. Okay, so emu eggs are a wonderful, wonderful dark blue, and cassowary eggs are the color of my skin. They're a wonderful Gobspout green. Google if you wish to see evidence. Here we are. It's happening. They're doing the classic egg break when they need to crack out of the egg. Fun fact, for people who don't know, is that creatures who hatch out of eggs have to have egg beaks. Oh wow, they're all... It's a conga line? Where are they going? Where? Okay, well... what I was getting at is that they have egg beaks that crack them out of the egg, and they fall off. So there's your fun fact for the day as well. 4 little baby Citipati. These cute little fluffy guys are running around. Man, they are stoned. Look at their eyes. Oh no, they're eating... Oh, they're eating the greenery. That's fine. It's fine. They're only eating some grass. I'm sure once they get their full bellies, they won't be eating anything else. All right. Well, we have 4 successful little dinosaurs in the park, and everybody was a little bit unsure that we didn't have any in the last episode. I'm sorry for the bait and switch, but they're here today. And before we end, because it is a very short episode, I wanted to do a couple other things. We're here at the Northern Road, where I'd like to build a garden. So... we've got all this dead space around the path, and it's not pretty. So I wanted to see if we could fix it up with some nice gardens. This sparse stuff isn't going to cut it. We need some nice Disney Park style aesthetics here. So let's see if we can. Let's see if we can track that down. Let's see. We could have the leaves close. We could have the leaves far, and that way we can have 2 wide of poppies in front of them. Do we want to do that? I do kind of like that. Okay, not bad. Not bad. It needs a bit of something else, though. Let's look at maybe... what happens if we, you know what would add a really nice bit of detail? Is if we had some mulch underneath the garden beds. You know what? Variation would be nice as well. A bit of occasional other flower. If anyone's wondering where we got all these flowers from, I did just use a whole bunch of bone meal on the ground, and it sucked. How does this look if we run some rose bushes back here? And for people who don't know, you can bone meal these to get more. Ooh, how about that? I like that. I like that. It's a little bit intense when you come around the corner. I wonder how it presents on YouTube. Oh, it looks good. I'm actually a fan of that. I think I might make it solid. I did like the idea of having gaps. Oh, that was maybe just a 2-block gap, and that's why it was more noticeable. That is a 1-block gap, but they're adjacent to each other. And then we've got our cornflowers in the front here. which we probably want to mix a few red little poppies through just to show that it does tie in. Because you would have some weed spreadage as well. You would have some weeds that get around, as in they would grow, they would spread. They're plants, that's what they do. And then we'd also probably need, I wonder if we just put like a bunch of roses down through here, how that would go. I don't like that one there. We just need a bit of bone meal now. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All right, I'm a fan of that. I'm going to continue it a little bit further along, and then we go to another project, and then we end the episode. All right, I personally don't mind this. I like this. I don't know how it's going to show up on YouTube, though. It could look really bad on YouTube. And I guess I'm better off finding it all at once if it is or is bad. Or sorry, if it is or is not, is I'm going to make this side dandelion. A nice big dandelion patch. That's my idea. All right, and dandelions are in. And that's that. That's probably the last time you see a bit of gardening on this channel. Because it's really just between episode filler that you guys probably don't care too much about. I'm going to have a pathway in here to an attraction in a couple of episodes, so that's why that's being left open. And we're also going to have a enclosure going here with a new creature very soon. This will be the east wing plaque will go here, and I'll decorate a little bit of garden, but that's something you may not want to see. You'll see it in an episode. Sarcosuchus down there. One other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to give this guy proper sand beaches. So let's go and do that now. Alright, and just like that, we've got some sand beaches now in our Sarcosuchus enclosure. So that is going to do it for today. Bit of a short one, bit of a different one again. Once again, always trying formats. So I hope everybody enjoyed. Hope you have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one where we're going to get some crazy good lab progress done. Alrighty all, bye bye.